Betelgeuse is truly unstable. It's going to detonate. This could happen tomorrow or even during this broadcast. When it does, it will shine like a second sun in the sky. The James Webb Telescope has detected an unexpected 250% increase in Betelgeuse's brightness. This red star, located at the shoulder of the Orion constellation, has been exhibiting unusual behavior, fueling speculation that we may witness a once-in-a-lifetime event. The surge in brightness could indicate that the star is preparing to go supernova, yet no one knows exactly when it will happen. Experts speculate that it could be soon. Join us as we explore the mysteries surrounding this celestial giant. After all, Betelgeuse could reshape our entire understanding of the universe. Betelgeuse is a massive star, easily visible as a bright reddish dot at Orion's shoulder. If placed at the center of our solar system, its outer surface would extend beyond Jupiter's orbit. This enormous star continues to captivate astronomers due to its relative closeness to Earth. Betelgeuse is classified as a semi-regular variable star, meaning its brightness fluctuates, sometimes dramatically. These constant changes are part of the star's ongoing journey toward an eventual collapse, likely culminating in a supernova explosion. While it has always been a prominent object in the night sky, its recent extreme variations in brightness have sparked increased scientific interest. These changes remain poorly understood. One possible explanation for its unusual behavior lies in an event from 2020, which scientists call the Great Dimming. Between 2019 and 2020, Betelgeuse's brightness dropped significantly. Since then, it has been pulsating at twice its usual speed. The star has even become brighter, shining intensely in the evening sky as one of the most luminous stars visible. Betelgeuse's behavior is providing an unprecedented look into the final stages of massive stars. As it rapidly oscillates between bright and dim states, scientists gain invaluable insights into stellar death. In May 2023, a Twitter account called Betelgeuse Bit, which tracks the star's fluctuations, reported a shocking 142% increase in brightness. Recent updates show this increase has reached 150%. Astrophysicist Andrea Dupree notes that Betelgeuse currently ranks as the 7th brightest star in the night sky, climbing 3 spots from its usual 10th position. For those in the southern hemisphere, Betelgeuse is easily visible in the evening. Dr. Sarah Webb, an astrophysicist from Swinburne University in Australia, highlights that one of the most fascinating aspects of Betelgeuse is that we are witnessing the final stages of a massive star's life, something never before studied in such detail. By observing Betelgeuse, scientists can gather crucial information about what happens to red giants before they explode in a supernova. When Betelgeuse finally explodes, it will become incredibly bright, potentially visible even during the day, and may even cast shadows at night. This has captured the attention of both amateur stargazers and professional astronomers alike, who eagerly await what could be an extraordinary cosmic event. Betelgeuse's eventual supernova explosion could be visible to the human eye since it is located only 650 light-years away, providing an unparalleled view of such an event. According to Heidi Morris, a scientist at Los Alamos National Laboratory, Betelgeuse has been undergoing these cycles of brightening and dimming for a long time. In fact, ancient cultures, including indigenous Australians and Greeks, observed this pattern thousands of years ago. Typically, Betelgeuse's brightness cycle lasts about 400 days. However, since 2019, its brightness has been changing more rapidly, every 10 to 30 days. This new behavior began after the star ejected part of its outer atmosphere. While this change is unusual, it raises the possibility that Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life, which could result in a supernova. However, predicting exactly when the star will explode remains a challenge, as scientists currently have no reliable method for determining when a star will go supernova. Despite speculations, it is unlikely that anyone alive today will witness this event. Betelgeuse, a red supergiant, is only about 10 million years old, whereas our Sun is roughly 5 billion years old. This means Betelgeuse is in the final stages of its rapid evolution. When it exhausts its fuel, its core will collapse under its own mass, triggering an explosion that could outshine entire galaxies. But the question remains: when will it happen? There is much speculation about the timing of Betelgeuse's explosion, but experts remain uncertain. According to astronomer Robert A. Gruer, we currently have no real way to predict supernovae, which is why no one knows exactly when Betelgeuse will explode. This uncertainty is understandable, given that only a few supernovae have been observed throughout human history. Some evidence, however, suggests that Betelgeuse may not explode for quite some time. For instance, historical records indicate that the star has been gradually turning redder over the past few thousand years. Jason Ibarra, an astronomer at West Virginia University, explains that this suggests Betelgeuse may have transitioned into a red supergiant relatively recently, in cosmic terms, meaning it may still have a long way to go before it completely burns out. NASA also predicts that Betelgeuse will not explode for another 100,000 years. However, Heidi Morris cautions against assuming the star will remain the same for that long, emphasizing that its behavior warrants continued scientific investigation. Although witnessing Betelgeuse's explosion within our lifetimes is highly unlikely, Dr. Sarah Webb reminds us that we cannot be certain. The light we see from Betelgeuse is over 600 years old, meaning the star may have already exploded. We just don't know it yet. This is a fascinating yet unsettling possibility. There is still much to learn about the universe, and Betelgeuse could surprise us. For example, in 1987, astronomers believed that only red supergiants could go supernova. But when a blue supergiant exploded in another galaxy, it challenged that assumption. Betelgeuse's fluctuations, both dimming and brightening, are intriguing. While its current brightness is far higher than expected, there is hope that it will eventually return to its usual multi-year cycle. However, some groundbreaking observations suggest that Betelgeuse may. Betelgeuse's impending supernova. A cosmic spectacle. Betelgeuse may detonate sooner than we initially suspected. On June 2, 2023, a study examined the star's developmental stage, suggesting that Betelgeuse could be nearing the end of its core carbon-burning phase. Once the carbon in its core is exhausted, core collapse could lead to a supernova within just a couple of centuries. This new prediction is surprising, but it is important to note that the study is still in progress and could change before publication. If the explosion occurs during our lifetimes, it would be an extraordinary event. When Betelgeuse finally goes supernova, it will be a spectacle that outshines Venus and may even be visible during the day. The star's brightness will peak at 10,000 to 100,000 times its usual luminosity, becoming the brightest object in the sky and casting dramatic shadows at night. The explosion will last for about 100 days, offering astronomers a rare opportunity to study the aftermath in detail. Despite Betelgeuse being far enough away that its explosion would not pose a threat to Earth, it would likely trigger a massive global reaction. In ancient times, civilizations often interpreted supernovae as omens, and the eruption of Betelgeuse would undoubtedly spark fascinating discussions. Astronomer Brian Penn believes such a dramatic event could reignite widespread interest in astronomy, potentially on a global scale. However, before the grand finale, there may be smaller eruptions or warning signs. Betelgeuse is not the only red supergiant star in our galaxy. Other stars like Antares could also explode before it. Statistically, our Milky Way is overdue for a supernova, and it is only a matter of time before the next one occurs. Betelgeuse's dramatic past. Betelgeuse's history is filled with significant events, including the Great Dimming of 2019, when the star's brightness dropped by 60%. This event led to speculation that the star might be preparing for a supernova. However, some scientists caution that it could simply be due to more common phenomena, such as a dust cloud passing in front of the star. Using high-resolution images captured by the Very Large Telescope in Chile, researchers discovered that a combination of factors, including a cold mass and a dust cloud, likely caused the dimming. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its future, Betelgeuse continues to captivate astronomers and space enthusiasts alike. As one of the most famous stars in the night sky, it stands out not just for its size and proximity but also for the mysteries surrounding its evolution. The life cycle of a massive star. To understand the significance of Betelgeuse's current state, it is essential to grasp the life cycle of stars like it. Stars are born from clouds of gas and dust that collapse under gravity, leading to nuclear fusion. Over millions or even billions of years, they gradually burn through the fuel in their cores, converting lighter elements like hydrogen into heavier elements such as helium, carbon, and eventually iron. A star like our Sun lives for billions of years, but much larger stars like Betelgeuse have much shorter lifespans. Only millions of years. This means that at just around 10 million years old, Betelgeuse is already approaching the end of its life, where it will undergo a dramatic transformation. A red supergiant like Betelgeuse has already fused hydrogen into helium and helium into carbon in its core. As it depletes its available fuel, it begins to fuse heavier elements, progressing through oxygen, silicon, and eventually iron. However, the fusion of iron marks the point where the star's fate is sealed. Iron cannot be fused into heavier elements without consuming energy, and when the core of a red supergiant becomes iron-rich, it can no longer support the pressures that keep it stable. This causes the core to collapse under its own gravity, triggering a violent supernova, an event that releases an immense amount of energy, briefly outshining an entire galaxy. The aftermath of a supernova. The explosion itself is a spectacular and chaotic process, with the star's outer layers being ejected into space. The energy released during the supernova not only produces an incredible burst of light, but also creates the conditions necessary for the formation of heavy elements such as gold, uranium, and platinum. These elements are dispersed throughout the universe, contributing to the formation of new stars, planets, and even life. Following the explosion, the star's core can either collapse into a neutron star or a black hole, depending on the original mass of the star. As scientists study Betelgeuse, they are not just observing the final stages of the star's life, but also gaining a unique opportunity to learn more about the processes that lead to these cosmic phenomena. Every change in Betelgeuse's brightness and behavior provides new insights into stellar evolution. For example, the star's dramatic dimming event from 2019 to 2020 was a crucial moment in understanding the dynamic nature of red supergiants. During this dimming, Betelgeuse's light dropped by 60%, leading to widespread speculation that it was entering a pre-supernova phase. However, scientists later concluded that the dimming was likely caused by a combination of factors, including a dust storm obscuring part of the star's surface. Is Betelgeuse's supernova imminent? Recent fluctuations in Betelgeuse's brightness, combined with its unusual pulsations, suggest that it may be in the final stages of its core fusion process. Researchers have discovered that the star's pulsation period has changed from its usual 400-day cycle to a much shorter cycle, sometimes as brief as 10 to 30 days. This has led astronomers to revise their understanding of the star's evolutionary stage. Some scientists now speculate that Betelgeuse may have already exhausted its helium core and is transitioning to fusing heavier elements such as carbon and oxygen. Once this process reaches its conclusion, the core will collapse, and the star will explode in a supernova. Interestingly, the star's recent behavior has led some to consider the possibility that the explosion may occur sooner than expected. While many scientists initially predicted that Betelgeuse might not explode for another 100,000 years or so, recent observations and theoretical models suggest that the star may be entering the final stages of its life much sooner. This would make Betelgeuse an even more fascinating object of study, as astronomers may soon have the opportunity to witness a supernova in real time. The scientific impact of Betelgeuse's supernova. Regardless of the uncertainty surrounding the timing of Betelgeuse's supernova, scientists are optimistic that they will be able to gather valuable data during the star's final years. Even if we do not witness the explosion in our lifetimes, the information collected from Betelgeuse will provide a wealth of knowledge about the death throes of massive stars. This data could be crucial for understanding the formation of neutron stars and black holes, as well as the processes that lead to the creation of heavy elements. For astronomers, the death of a star like Betelgeuse is not just a moment of cosmic spectacle. It is an exciting and invaluable opportunity to learn more about the fundamental workings of the universe. The detailed observations of Betelgeuse's behavior, including its recent changes in brightness, will provide essential insights into the physics of stellar death and the final moments of red supergiants. Whenever Betelgeuse explodes, it will be one of the most significant astronomical events in recent history. While the explosion may still be far off, The anticipation of that event keeps both professional astronomers and amateur stargazers eagerly watching the sky, waiting for the moment when Betelgeuse finally meets its dramatic end. As the star continues to evolve, its behavior will undoubtedly provide more clues, helping us understand the complex life cycles of massive stars. No matter when Betelgeuse eventually goes supernova, its legacy as a scientific curiosity will endure, continuing to inspire future generations of astronomers and space enthusiasts to explore the mysteries of the universe.